evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lucas as the Cubs host the Plymouth Big Red. Before we tip off tonight's varsity action, the athletic department is pleased to recognize 11 Cubs. We honor them and their parents for the contributions each have made to the basketball, cheer, and wrestling programs here at Lucas High School and truly appreciate their commitment. While tonight's focus is on our seniors, we extend our gratitude to the many family members, friends, and fans who have supported our seniors throughout the years. Your dedication and guidance through the wins and losses has resulted in the outstanding young adults lined up before us tonight. While it is with heavy hearts that we watch these seniors finish out their careers, we're so very proud of their accomplishments, and we look forward to all that lies ahead of them. Our first senior this evening is cheerleader Kendall Giegel. Kendall is being escorted by her dad and stepmom, Mr. Josh Giegel and Mrs. Mindy Giegel. Kendall has participated in cheer for 8 years and has earned 8 varsity letters between football and basketball cheer. She has also earned 4 varsity letters in softball. Outside of cheer, Kendall is a member of the Lucas Academic Honor Society. After graduation, she plans to attend Ohio University, where she will study to become a teacher of integrated social studies. Her favorite cheer memory will be attending cheer camp. Senior Kendall Giegel. Next up this evening, we have Isabel Eisman. Isabel is being escorted by her parents, Mr. Danny Eisman and Mrs. Charity Eisman. Isabel is a 3-year varsity letter winner for basketball. She's earned 4 varsity letters for football cheer and has also earned 2 varsity letters in softball. Outside of cheer and softball, she is a member of FCCLA, where she's a local officer. She's a member of student council and a class officer. After graduation, she is currently undecided, but has many options. Her favorite memories have been this year's team and the Mansfield Christian games. Senior Isabel Eisman. Next up, we have Zach Krupa. Zach is being escorted by his father, Keith Krupa, and his mother and stepfather, Jen and Quinn Scott. Zach has been a member of the cheer squad for 2 years and has earned varsity letters in cheer, cross country, and track and field. Zach has been recognized as most spirited and most improved in his 2 years with the cheer squad. Outside athletics, he is a member of the Lucas Academic Honor Society and HOSA. Following graduation, he plans to attend Kent State University and enroll in its nursing program. His favorite cheer memory was the whole squad forgetting the dance they had just learned at camp in front of the judges and all of the other cheerleaders. Embarrassing. Senior Zach Krupa. Our final cheer senior this evening is Kirsten Langston. Kirsten is being escorted by her mother, Jamie Langston, and her brother, Noah Langston. She has participated in cheer for 9 years and will be a 4-year varsity letter winner. She has earned most spirited and most improved as a varsity cheerleader. Following graduation, she plans to continue to pursue a career in cosmetology. Her favorite memory was the Mansfield Christian game when all the cheerleaders were so excited when we won and they were jumping up and down with excitement. Senior Kirsten Langston. Next, we have our only wrestling senior, Colby Crawford. Colby is the son of Joe and Dawn Crawford and is being escorted by his mom, Dawn, and sister, Chesney Crawford. Colby has participated in wrestling for 5 years and has earned 1 varsity letter. He is also a 3-year letter winner in cross country and a 2-year letter winner in track and field. Outside of athletics, Colby is a licensed STNA and phlebotomist. He is a certified lifeguard through the American Red Cross and finished the Mohican Marathon. After graduation, he plans to join the Navy and enter into special warfare. His favorite memory was having a wrestling season with his team and being able to wrestle in honor of Damon Mock. Senior Colby Crawford. Next, we have our first basketball senior, Aiden Culler. Aiden is being escorted by his father and mother, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Culler. Aiden has participated in basketball for 12 years and is a 3-year letter winner. He also earned 4 varsity letters as a football varsity player. He was a second-team All-Conference and honorable mention All-District player last year as a junior. On the football field, he is a 3-year All-Ohioan as a kicker. Outside of athletics, he is a member of the Ohio Scholars. After graduation, he plans to attend Ohio University to study exercise physiology. His favorite memory was celebrating with his teammates and coaches after knocking off Mansfield Christian for a 6th straight conference championship. Senior Aiden Culler. Next, we have Keaton Day. Keaton is being escorted by his mother and father, Jason and Megan Day. Keaton has participated in basketball for 12 years and is a varsity letter winner in basketball and has earned 3 varsity letters on the football field. Off the field, Keaton attends North Central State College, where he is enrolled in the College Now business program and will graduate with an associate's degree. Following graduation, Keaton plans to get a job while going to college. His favorite memory came from his junior year when he hit a 3 in a tournament game, and Coach Eisman congratulated him and told him that he now has more points than his father did in his high school career. Senior Keaton Day. Next up is senior Zach Deal. Zach is being escorted by his mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Deal. Zach has participated in basketball for 12 years and is a 2-year varsity letter winner. He has also earned varsity letters on the football field and in track and field. As a junior, Zach was honorable mention All Mid-Buckeye Conference. Outside of athletics, he attends North Central State College and is enrolled in the College Now business program, where he will graduate high school with an associate's degree in business. Following graduation, Zach plans on attending EMT school, where he will work to become a firefighter EMT. His favorite memory was celebrating in the locker room after defeating Mansfield Christian for the NBC title. Senior Zach Deal. Next, we have Grayson Jackson. Grayson is being escorted by his mother and father, Brent Jackson and Naomi Jackson. Grayson has been playing basketball for 9 years and is a varsity letter winner. He has also earned varsity letters on the football field and on the baseball field. He has been a part of 4 straight conference championship teams and was an All-Ohioan this past fall during football season. Off the field, Grayson attends Pioneer Career Technical School, where he studies carpentry. After high school, he plans to join the workforce. His favorite memory was celebrating in the locker room after defeating Mansfield Christian for a 2nd time this season. Senior Grayson Jackson. Next up is Gabe Porter. Gabe is being escorted by his mother and father, Brad and Michelle Porter. Gabe has played basketball for 12 years and has also earned varsity letters in baseball. Off the athletic fields, Gabe attends North Central State, where he is enrolled in the College Now business program, where he will graduate with an associate's degree. Following graduation, he plans to attend college to study finance. His favorite memory was winning the conference title this year against Mansfield Christian. Senior Gabe Porter. We have our final senior of the night, Logan Toms. Logan is being escorted by his mother and father, Charles and Jody Toms. Logan has participated in basketball for 12 years and is a 4-year letter winner. He has also earned varsity letters in football and track and field. As a sophomore, Logan was recognized as Mid-Buckeye Conference Player of the Year and Special Mention All-Ohio. As a junior, he was again Mid-Buckeye Conference Player of the Year and 3rd team All-Ohio. Last night, in limited minutes against Crestline, he scored 5 points and became the school's all-time leading scorer. Logan surpassed Logan Nicewander and currently sits at 1,336 career points and counting. Outside of athletics, he is a member of the Lucas Academic Honor Society. Following graduation, he plans to attend Ohio University to study finance. His favorite memory was when Zach Winters tried to dunk at the Madison scrimmage and got stuffed by the rim. Senior Logan Toms. Let's give a round of applause to each of our seniors and their families. We wish each of our seniors tremendous success in the future, and thank you for all you have given to your teams, the school, and the Lucas community. Good luck tonight and in all of your postseason tournaments. Thank you.
It is senior night here inside of the Cub Cave, where 6 members of the Lucas basketball squad have just been honored along with their senior winter sports classmates ahead of a cross-county showdown against visiting Plymouth. And guess what? You get to watch it all live and free exclusively on the OH Report. Coming your way next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back inside of the Lucas Cub Cave for our Scout Construction LLC pregame show. I'm Brian Skowronski, Josh Banks, hanging out with me here tonight. And you know what? What a season so far for these Lucas Cubs, and especially the senior members honored before the contest. I think this is a good group. We were talking about it during the pregame. I think in Division 4, this team, they could have several more weeks still remaining in their future.
Yeah, I think we both expect them to get to a district final, another showdown with the Colonel Crawford Eagles. Those two always seem to match up twice every season. I think that's what we're all expecting here in about 3 weeks when they meet.
But their opponent here tonight, the Plymouth Big Red, they've been playing about their best basketball of the year. And when this team executes at the defensive end, they've been pretty good. When you look at holding their opponents to 45 or less, typically they come out victorious.
But Lucas, one of those teams where you hold them to 45 or less and they're going to pressure you, they're going to force turnovers. 45's nothing for them. They scored 85 last night.
Right.
But Plymouth can execute, and they can compete with the Cubbies here tonight.
And they've got a sophomore leading the way, Jarrett Burr, emerging as the top scoring threat here in his second season at the varsity level. And this kid's got good size, decent handles, and you know that scoring average has come up quite a bit the second half of the season, so he's really playing some solid basketball right now.
Yeah, 12.5 and 7 as a sophomore. Expect that to be a double-double by the time he's a senior.
And as what they do here so well, they line around the outside of the gym and they get ready for their Cubs to run out, and for the last time in the regular season, they will do so here inside of the Cub Cave, a place where Lucas seldom loses. We saw last Saturday their only loss here at home so far on the season. As we will dive inside of our team spotlight, Taylor Eisman, the man at the helm yet again here for the Cubs. And outside of that loss to Willard last Saturday, I mean, really enjoying about their best stretch of the season right now.
You know, we had talked about Coach Sheldon at Colonel Crawford being one of the best in the area. Coach Eisman's probably the second best in the area beside him.
And we'll now pause for a moment as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And with that, we are one step closer to boys high school basketball action, a super senior edition here tonight inside of the Lucas Cub Cave. And for these Cubs, winners of the Mid-Buckeye Conference yet again, 6th consecutive season that they have come out victorious, and they had to do it in dramatic fashion against Mansfield Christian here last Friday in a game that they had to win in order to get the outright crown. And like they've done every season over the last 6, they get it done.
They take care of business twice this year against a very talented Mansfield Christian squad, and they really – this is the first year in those 6 years that they finally got tested in the Big Buckeye Conference.
And on the other side for Plymouth, competing in the Firelands Conference this year, everybody chasing Crestview, who upset amazingly by St. Paul last week. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But the Big Red, they sit right in the middle of the pack at 500 at 6-6.
A very good Firelands Conference. To sit 6-6 in that conference means you got a pretty good squad.
Plymouth starters just about being ready to be announced here tonight. And before we show you who's going to be on the floor first for them, let's break down our player spotlight for Lucas. You already heard about all of the seniors, all of them honored here before the contest. But how about Zach Winters, a junior, offering Coach Eisman some legitimate size inside, and he's got some decent handles. He can shoot the ball. I really like how this guy has developed, getting his first taste of varsity action here as a junior.
He does a great job of finding the openings down low. He'll find a spot to sit in, gets them a lot of easy layups underneath. He's really fun to watch attack, and he's developing a shot that if he continues to develop as a senior next year, he's going to be dangerous.
And here is Jarrett Burr being announced, sporting the number 5. He'll be joined in the starting lineup along with Gavin Bishop, sporting the number 4 tonight. Cannon Sloan, number 20, number 23, Lane Bushy, and Nolan Branham, number 32 for the Big Red, out on the floor here to start tonight's contest. We know it's going to be all seniors, of course, for Lucas, and the most magnificent of them all, the new career scoring leader all time for the Lucas Cubs, Logan Toms, got 5 points last night in a win over Crestline to pass Logan Nicewander. What an accomplishment, and what a career for Mr. Toms.
One of those kids that has started on the basketball court and the football freshman year, and he's definitely made mention of every opportunity he's had.
Yeah, he's been a pleasure to watch grow, blossom into the player and man that he is today, a multi-time All-Ohioan and the 2-time defending Mid-Buckeye Conference Player of the Year, likely going to win it for a 3rd time this season.
He's got some competition this year, but there's no reason that he doesn't walk away as Mid-Buckeye Conference Player of the Year again.
And here are the Lucas Cubs starters tonight. Keaton Day getting the nod, of course, here on senior night. How about Grayson Jackson? Another guy offering some good size out on the floor. 6'3". Zach Deal listed at 6 foot tall. And here comes Gabe Porter, 6-footer, getting the start tonight. Along with number 10, Aiden Culler, who actually is the leading scorer for Lucas this season.
I was here Tuesday night, their most recent home game, and watched him drop a career high, and he was unstoppable in that game. They're going to have a matchup tonight against Plymouth where they can use their size and take advantage of their height and their willpower. I'm curious to see if they do that. Logan Toms hurt his ankle Tuesday night, played a little bit last night to get that scoring record. Not in the starting lineup tonight. I thoroughly expect him to be first one off the bench on senior night.
Sure.
But what does that say about Logan Toms' leadership? And that's my key to the victory is the senior leadership. It's senior night for this young man. He just became the all-time scoring leader in school history, and he's the 6th man tonight.
He's just one of those guys only cares about winning. He's almost bashful about the fact that he's so good at everything that he plays. One of the all-time rushers, of course, for Lucas on the football field as well. As that wraps up our Scout Construction LLC pregame show. And here we go. Lucas looking to go to 10-1 here at home on the season. 5 seniors on the floor. They get the lob back door for color, and it's swatted away.
Great defense inside by the Big Red. That was a great feed from Deal to Caller. He just couldn't finish.
Open jumper foul line, and that's buried. First points belong to Kanan Sloan.
Great job by Sloan. Got to his spot at the free throw line, extended, pulled up, elevated, and knocked it down. One of the toughest gyms in the area to play in is the Cub Cave.
I think anybody who comes here as an opponent would agree with you. It's a little bit smaller court. They've got the student section right up here on the stage to our left, and they create a lot of noise and chaos as that somehow bounces into the hands of Day, and that gets the Cubs on the scoreboard.
Tried to save it, throw it off of Zach Deal, went off of Deal's thigh into the hands of Day, and he finishes for 2.
So all even, a bucket apiece. Big Red looking to score on their first 2 possessions of the night. Tough pass inside, we'll get a foul.
It's going to go on Grayson Jackson. A little overly aggressive trying to play that pass. Came over the top, hit him in the head.
Grayson Jackson, his first, team's first.
Here comes Sloan to be the trigger man. They've got the box set up. Popping out to the corner is Bushy, and it's going to be ripped away from him. The theft by Porter.
Gabe Porter, a scrappy defender who can knock down a shot if you let him shoot it as well.
Get it into the corner today. Now here's Zach Dill, who's been limited on minutes here recently in the season. Imagine he's going to get a full workload here tonight.
They're going to run this little weave set, look to get an open layup. They're going to look for Deal or Day or Porter to penetrate, get an open layup, or dish it to Jackson or Caller. Screen down, run the same motion.
Pretty nice man-to-man defense. Decent pressure here by the Big Red. No open lanes. And a tough drive and a traveling violation. We'll give the ball back over to Plymouth.
Deal has a great step through there, just maybe picked up that dribble 1 step too soon. Could have got to the bucket.
So a turnover here for the Lucas Cubs. Haven't seen Burr really try to initiate himself in the offense yet on his touches. Up faking that one, drops through for Bushy.
Bushy, nice little floater in the lane, caught the ball at the post, went up, finished. That's a great shot by Bushy, and that's a 4-2 lead for the Big Red early.
Cubs with just 2 points in the first 3 minutes of action.
They're going to be patient and get the shot they want.
Color's been the featured man offensively, over 17 per night. Looking to go to work here down on the block. Nice foot movement, but his shot deflected.
Second rejection on the evening.
And a nice take to the cup here by Bushy. But he comes up a little bit short. So the Cubs looking to answer, and they will with Porter here at the other end to square things up.
Porter gets a screen in the other corner, comes down the other block, catches, nobody rotates, gets a wide open layup.
Aggressive defense off the gamble. We'll see if it costs the Cubs. They're able to recover. Offensive rebound created, but it's ripped away. Dill on the fly. And he'll back it out, picked up here by Bishop.
Something we've known to come with Lucas basketball is patience on the offensive end. No push if they have to push, but that's what they want is layups, as Grayson Jackson's got himself a bucket.
Nice feed there by Keaton Day as well, recognizing the backdoor cut. Cubs take their first lead of the night. Bishop, strong drive inside, had to pitch it out, shot is up, and it'll find its way through.
Friendly roll. Bushy's got 4, 6-6 ball game.
Bush able to just elevate and with that 6'5" frame shoot right over the defender.
They're doing a great job of getting the shot that they want. And defensively, they've kind of slowed Lucas down. Deal's going to shoot a three.
And nothing but net on that one. Crispy jumper, hand down, man down, and recognized that time by Zach Deal.
Logan Toms stands up, goes to the scores table.
We've rarely had a stoppage in play so far. Been a very fast-moving first quarter.
Fast-moving first quarter, 1 turnover so far. And that's going to be a travel. That'll be the second turnover. 2 on Plymouth, 1 on Lucas. 3 turnovers in the first 6 minutes. It's a pretty good first quarter for both these squads.
Cubs now with their all-time scoring leader out on the floor, Mr. Toms. Nursing a little bit of an ankle injury. He's been hampered by it a bit this season. And the Cubs with their second giveaway now. Excellent take. Bishop, hesitation move and gets all the way to the rack.
Hesitation, nobody slid over to help. Beat his man off the dribble. Cubs still lead by 1, but Plymouth getting anything they want offensively right now.
Here's Toms. Catch down on the block, had to kick it back out, calling for it. Dill's already knocked down 1 3. This is the spot. We'll see if he looks to go to work off the bounce instead. Sets up color from downtown. Bit too firm. Put the ball right into the hands of Toms, who gets fouled.
I believe that's Branham. Nolan Branham supporting that number 24 tonight. Slides over. Can't quite get the block. Gross. Toms misses the first.
Solid free throw shooter on the year, right around 75%. Looking to get into the scoring column for the first time on senior night. Over 16 a game for Toms on the season. And a little late to get the head around. Gabe Porter could have had an easy interception. Set us the Big Red in the half-court set. They've been pretty solid.
As there goes Bishop.
A little too firm, tipped back into the hands, but off the fingertips of Burr.
Burr had an opportunity there, and that would have been a rebound offensively, and he could have finished at the rim because nobody was between him and the rim. Couldn't control it.
Still unable to create any space. Stride for stride with him was Garrett Bishop.
Jump ball forced by Toms there. It's going to stay with the Big Red. Deal being extra aggressive tonight on senior night. He tried to get to the lane there. Cut off, maybe had a wide open kick somewhere. Still tried to go finish, and somebody said not today.
Yeah, obviously you want to go get yours when it's senior night. Put up a big performance. But right now, it's the Big Red that are hanging around.
It's going to be a travel. Their 5th turnover.
Some full court pressure now being assessed by Plymouth. It's just going to be man-to-man. They'll sink back now.
Not trying to do anything special defensively. Just stop your man.
Off the weave, double team comes. Knocked out of the hands here of Porter. Now they'll pitch it back up top. Dill surveying.
Back to that weave action. Toms almost lost it. Regain control.
Gets picked up by Garrett. Tried to slip it inside, down on the block. Tough catch. Somehow kept alive here by Jackson. Color with a hop step. He gets fouled. A couple free throws on the way.
Something he has gotten so good at down low. He catches that ball. He gets to the rim. Great little jump stop. Something that they don't teach these young kids enough of anymore. Jump stop, get to your spot, go up and finish.
First points of the evening for Aiden Culler.
Close ball game so far, 11-8.
Certainly got to credit the half-court defense of Plymouth, sitting down, making things tough for Lucas, not able to get into the dribble driving lanes like they typically do.
This full court pressure might prove to be a difference maker, though, that Lucas always applies.
Able to send it ahead. Skip pass from one twin to the other. No telepathy that time for the three, but knocked out of bounds. They'll keep it.
It's going to go off of Toms.
Final 21 seconds here, the frame. Big Red going to get perhaps the last shot here. Maybe they'll get a second look. It's off the window, and that is how the first quarter will end. We got a pretty good one going right now. Lucas with a 4-point lead. So we head to quarter two.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're
my
serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Four-point lead for Lucas. They'll have the basketball to open up quarter number two here on Senior Nights. I am Brian Skowronski, Joshua Banks joining me here this evening. And for a Lucas team that offensively over 60 per game and a big outburst last night of more than 80, held in check. Obviously, they had a starting five. They haven't utilized it all so far this season. The seniors getting theirs. Love to see them step up and do a little bit more, as they do have the starters, though, in here to start the second and likely could go on a little run.
Zach Winters can't knock it down from the corner. Winters on the floor with Tom's caller, Deal, and then Bobby Grover also is checked into the game for Lucas.
First action for the junior Grover defending here. Plymouth, though, they've turned it over about 5 times. They've gotten some pretty clean looks. A lot of action towards the basket. As Thomas pitches it out to Grover, a little hesitation. Can't knock it down, and foul is going to go against Winters.
A little too aggressive there, going for the offensive rebound. Kind of got an elbow into the back. Little elbow into the back, little extension. That anytime you extend that arm, they're going to call that foul on you.
Jarrett Burr with a solid block out that time. And Plymouth almost a 5 count. They do finally get it into Jarrett. Now Gavin with the crossover. Tough contested jumper. Culler somehow snatched that thing. Going to initiate a 3-on-1 setup. Grover to the rack.
Great finish by Bobby Grover, but the rebound by Caller to elevate, pull that down, and then push transition. Well executed.
Largest lead so far for Lucas. They extend to 6. Deflected, here's Logan Toms. Averages right around 3 steals per contest. A lot of contact. And
Tried to go coast to coast.
Took a tough tumble here. Landed right on that right hip.
You love to see them go hard. These are high school kids. But if you're Coach Eisman, you're like, man, we got tournaments next week. You're already
Simmer
nursing a
down
bum
now.
ankle. Let's not make it a hip and an ankle or a knee and an ankle.
Second straight weekend of back-to-backs here inside of the Cub Cave. Their last 6 all being played at home after being some road warriors early on in the campaign. And of course, Lucas loves the home cooking, 9-1 on the season.
That lone loss coming to state-ranked Willard, by the way.
And what a performance by them last night. We were talking about it pregame, and actually a few people here in the gym were like, man, you see what happened in Castalia last night? Like, Margaretta, state ranked number 6 in Division III, and they just got smoked.
But that's a great feed. Gross finishes at the rim.
First points of the night by Lexi Gross. Winner strong take inside.
Thought it was going to be on the ground.
But look at this. Probably could have been an offensive foul. Lowered the boom a little bit right into the chest of Bushy. Held his own.
Bushy stayed strong.
Winners comes up well short. One and done that time for Lucas.
You can see Winner's not afraid to shoot it, though.
Short corner jumper. That also comes up on the short end.
Transition pass. We're going to have a foul on Plymouth.
It's going to be the third team foul on the Big Red. It's still 5:38 remaining in the second quarter. So the Cubs potentially could get in the bonus here, do some damage at the free throw line. Nice setup from Color, and it's buried from long range by Porter.
Gabe Porter showed when they went to Crestview that he could knock down the triple.
Very streaky from long range as well, so look for Porter to try to find his own shot again from beyond the arc. Here he is defending well on Bishop. Had to pick up his bounce, kick it to the outside for Hall. Have not seen Burr try to get his at all yet tonight.
They've really helped Burr in check as he's going to look to get his now. And he's going to, and that's going to be an and one opportunity.
Right on cue, Jarrett Burr taking it to the cup, and you love seeing this. Nice spin move, gets the defender on his hip. Strong take in the lane.
And the ability to finish through contact. What you want to see out of a coach, especially out of a sophomore. One dribble, spin move, 2 steps, you're at the rim. Second team foul on Lucas, first on Toms. Burr knocks it down.
Makes it just a 6-point game. Cubs starting to find their stride, though, here in the second quarter on the offensive side. Outscored the Big Red 7-5 so far in the frame as Winners attacks. And the lefty contested shot. Wide open. That's what they leave Bishop. And he misses pretty much everything.
He knew it off the hand. I heard him up here as soon as he let go. That said right, right, right. Wasn't just right, it was short.
Toms will bring it across the timeline. Logan hasn't really started to take over. He typically defers at the beginning of games, and he starts looking a bit more for his shots in the second half.
Second half, fourth quarter is his favorite time to just decide he's going to take over.
But how about now? No time quite like the present, Josh Banks.
And that's a great move. He got his guy on his hip, went right around him, stayed on his strong side, finished through the contact. He's going to step to the line for one. That's a textbook drive by Logan Toms.
Second foul on Gavin Bishop, the fourth now against the Big Red.
4 minutes left in the half. Tom misses another free throw, his second missed free throw of the evening. But we got 3 minutes left, 3:50 left in this game, in this half. And Plymouth has 4 fouls.
three on the way. Off the front iron, a race for it. Last
Porter
touch.
box out.
Yeah, that was smooth that time by Gabe. Right in front of the Lucas bench. Sloan now gets the assignment of Toms.
Tough assignment. Collar's left wide open. If you leave him that open, he's going to knock it down most of the time.
Aiden Kohler now with 5 points. And Toms snuck that away from the offensive player with his right hand. Now looking to attack the spin, and he hits the deck again.
Great move by Toms on this end. It kind of looked like we seen him on the gridiron this past fall, play middle linebacker, just taking it right away from the offensive guy.
Logan just 1 of 3 so far at the free throw line tonight. Gets Lucas to 25 points, though, on our Ohio Valley Manufacturing scoreboard.
12-point advantage.
Largest so far this evening for the Cubs. Enjoying a 13-5, make it a 14-5 run here in the second. And we'll get our first Home and Kitchen Supply timeout. As that's 2 more points added to the total by Mr. Logan Toms. And what a career. How about this guy becoming the all-time leading scorer for Lucas last night? Only played about 2 minutes, got 5 points. But this kid's been special since he landed on the scene. Been a big-time playmaker since he was a freshman.
The young man has been influential in every sport he's played, whether it was on the football field, on the basketball court, or on a baseball diamond. He is an athlete wherever he goes. And it was fun to watch. His freshman year, he got to play with older brother Riley Gossam, who's at Heidelberg now. And then for 2 years after that, he got to play with his other brother Corbin. And they were a lot of fun to watch. Who's here tonight? We already had a conversation with Corbin.
And playing DJ, the third time that I've seen him this season get put to work when he's out here just trying to enjoy Baby Bro's game. But nah, I guess when coach is your dad, you got to put in a little bit of extra.
And he's taking it after Dad and his mentor, Coach Eisman, as he coaches the 7th grade team here at Lucas, and I guess just started coaching AAU basketball as well.
Coach Eisman got a couple of youngins coming up through the system as well. They're a few years away from high school.
I'll tell you what, they shoot the ball pretty well, though. Watching them shoot
man.
around.
Yeah, they're in the same league, or the eldest is, as my boy. And Lucas smoked us.
That's going to be an offensive foul as Grover slides over. Burr kind of put that shoulder into him. Grover beat him to the spot. Took the charge. Great job there by the much smaller Bobby Grover. He doesn't care about size.
None of these Grovers do. As tough as they come, that is a lineage type of name around here. How many Grovers have come through the Lucas program for the boys and the girls?
I mean, Jeb played football, baseball, basketball for him. He was a phenomenal athlete. Shelby's up there as a state champion.
Facts.
I mean, it's a lineage name, and it's a name that's hard to come by when you're in Lucas.
Here he is, initiating the reversal. Now back to Bobby. Catch and shoot Logan Toms. And that's not really his game. He can knock down threes, but he's much better off the dribble. Bishop to the corner. Big Red let it fly.
Collar gets that rebound.
Final 2 minutes here of the opening half. Cubs have been in control here after a bit of a slow start. That's a lot of pressure on senior night. They've got 6 of them. A few guys getting their first start of the season. As just barely kept alive there.
Not sure how Collar kept his dribble.
Jackson's going to cut through. They'll ISO Toms. Now they send the ball screen with Grayson. They get the switch.
Don't give him space because he will shoot it.
Toms misses last two from about that exact same spot. As Bishop leaves it off here for Sloan. He got his pocket picked. Here's where Logan's at his best. And one.
You just said it best. That's where Logan Toms is at his best on a basketball court. In a fast break situation, there aren't very many guys that are A, going to stop him, or B, even going to prevent him from getting an and one. You're going to foul him almost every time. And it's not very often he doesn't finish the opportunity.
Just got such fantastic footwork. Ever since he was a freshman, that's always stood out to me. Always seems to know what to do with his feet, especially when he's flying down the court. Might look fast to those that are watching, but for Logan Toms, I think the game slows down a little bit when he's on the break.
And it's fun to watch. You see, as that's going to be another turnover by Plymouth. It's fun to watch these young kids that come in, you know, as we talk about Logan Toms, who's been impactful since he was a freshman. You see those kids that you can just tell from the get-go that they're just different. They have that IQ, they have that knowledge, and they just right place, right time every time. And that's Logan Toms.
Yeah, he's been a difference maker for quite a while here and will be sorely missed inside of the Cub Cave at the end of this season. Color, nice
Great
pitch and
feed.
catch.
Winners with the assist. And that's just basic Lucas offense. He called it a high post. Caller, hard stepped, back cut. Great feed from Winners.
A developing part of Zach Winter's game. As the Big Red have gone cold, but they'll get a bucket right here inside. Tyrell Boyd.
Had some buckets in the JV game as well, Boyd did.
Just a freshman getting a taste of varsity.
I expect Lucas to take the final shot here of the half.
Toms typically is their closer as well. He's definitely got that clutch gene. Being harassed, though, right now by Jared Burr.
Burr playing great defense. Gets it back to Toms. They're going to double. They're looking to trap.
Baseline drive for Winners. Shot blocked by the Frosh.
Boyd said, not today. We're not going to finish the half that way. We're going to take it our direction.
Boom. One last look at that big-time block as we have reached the break. Lucas, a big-time second quarter, pushes them out to a 30-15 cushion as they head into the halftime locker room. We will take a quick timeout. When we come back, Josh and I will give you our opinions of what we saw here during the first half. We'll check out the playoff picture for both of these teams in Division 4 when they make their way into the tournaments. Plus, a whole second half of basketball coming up, live and free here inside of the Cub Cave. Stay with us.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
You're enjoying live and free boys high school hoops on a Saturday night thanks to these generous sponsors. Give it up for Ohio Valley Manufacturing, heavy gauge stamping and precision blanking services, and they are hiring now. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Scout Construction LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more info at 419-989-7240. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Call or text 988 for support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970, conveniently located in downtown Mansfield. And SPHERION Mid-Ohio. Let them help you build the career that you want or the awesome team you want. They build real relationships with you so they can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Stay with us. We'll be back with your halftime report in just a moment. It's halftime here inside of the Cub Cave. Senior night for Lucas. Celebrating 6 players here this evening, and they are enjoying a nice 30-15 cushion here at the break. I'm Brian Skowronski. Joshua Banks is with me as we've got some of the biddy ballers out there on the floor. And this is what it's all about. The future of hoops getting put on display here at halftime. I always love seeing this, and Coach Eisman, he obviously knows how to develop a program, and it all starts with the youngins.
Yeah, this is where Coach Eisman's future is. These kids are all going to come up. They're watching these kids that are playing now. They're looking forward to the opportunity to come into the Cub Cave on a Friday and Saturday night and play in front of this amazing community that these kids have played. This is their second consecutive weekend of back-to-backs. Plus, they had a Tuesday night game this week as well.
Right.
So 5 games in 7 days is a lot of basketball. But they're out here doing it. They're giving Coach Eisman 110%. It doesn't matter if it's 4 nights in a row. They are taught 110% through and through is how you win basketball games.
And the Cubs looking to go 4-1 during that stretch, as we will show you the halftime stats here in just a second. Here we go. So Lucas definitely doing a lot of work in the paint, and that's kind of customary for them. 10 two-pointers knocked down here tonight. And the rebounding differential, that's where we thought that Lucas could have some success with their size, their athleticism, and so far it's paying off.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can down low. Plymouth does a great job in the man-to-man defense. And they're doing a great job of forcing Lucas to just one shot, one and done. But they are turning it over a lot. They had 7 turnovers in the first half, majority of those coming in the first quarter. It was a pretty clean second quarter by both teams, but the difference in the game has been the paint and turnovers, as Lucas has only committed 2 turnovers so far in this game.
Our player spotlight for the Cubs, Zach Winters, being held scoreless so far. Dude putting up about 8 points, 5 rebounds per game. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but coming off of the bench, typically, of course, a starter for Lucas, but on senior night, having to take a back seat. We'll see if he can get something going here in half number 2. Let's see. They will go with the senior starting lineup again here in the third quarter, and I like it. I like the decision here. You got a 15-point lead. Let these seniors get as many touches and minutes as they possibly can.
As all of those seniors have scored so far, I want to say they've all scored, yeah. Every senior has scored for Lucas this evening.
That's pretty cool.
It's exactly what you want if you're Coach Eisman. Give these kids something proud to go out on. Not only a win, but let them get some buckets too.
Here's Bishop off the kick out, finds Sloan. Now they get it over to their leading scorer, Burr. Barrels right into the chest of Jackson and pulls up and buries a jumper.
First time we've really seen him create his own shot. Gets a step back there, knocks it down. If he can get going, they might be able to claw their way back into this one, but they're going to have to do something on this end of the floor defensively to stop Lucas from scoring.
Dill had it poked away, and he's out of bounds. So great start here for Plymouth to open up third quarter action as they get a bucket on their first possession. And now a giveaway by the Cubs.
Bishop played great defense there, forced the turnover as they're going to have a leak out. Great full court pass, run out. Phenomenal pass by Burr.
Pretty solid catch, too, by Bushy, looking like a wide receiver out there.
That's a quick little 4-0 start for Plymouth. Exactly what you need coming out of halftime down 15.
Looks like a little bit of confusion here about what to do in this half-court set. As Keaton has to pick up his bounce, thought about the shot.
Gets it to Deal instead.
You can tell, even though this class of seniors grew up together, not a lineup that they have had out on the floor very often this season.
As you mentioned in pregame, Deal played very limited minutes so far this year until recently. As that's going to be a turnover. Should end up. They're going to give Plymouth a timeout.
Take a look at that again. I think that's the right call. Full possession there for the Big Red as they lead 4-0 here in the quarter. And let's jump into the comment section, see what you guys are doing out there in Facebook land. Start with Ryan Glesner cheering on the Cubbies from sunny Fort Mill, South Carolina. I am jelly. We got a lot of snow out here. Daniel Stotts, Cubs superfan, cheering on Lucas, of course. So is Doug Shasky and Pam McCready Stout, Matt Smith, Debbie Harmon, Joe Thompson, our first commenter that says, let's go Big Red. Aaron Nicewander would love to see the Cubs beat Plymouth tonight. Saw his boy get past as the all-time leading scorer in the history of the program just last night. Logan Nicewander, though, did it in 3 seasons of varsity work, and I actually asked Coach Eisman on Monday who he thought was a better overall offensive player, and he gave the nod to Nicewander.
Logan was a gifted basketball player, to say the least.
And great size, too. He really got thick like his last couple of seasons. Learned how to shoot a 3 really quickly, had the catch and release. So it's hard to argue with that. Toms is super smooth with the basketball, but Nicewander from long range, pretty deadly.
Well, and Toms stands about 6 foot. I think he's listed 6 foot on the roster, maybe 6'1".
They put him at 6'2". That's very generous.
Nicewander was 6'4". Step out and shoot. I mean, he, like I said, he was gifted, and not just here, but it's, you think about that. The top 2 leading scorers in Lucas history were amazing on the basketball field, but Nicewander led that Cubs team to the state championship in 2019.
Yeah, I got a banner up here in the gym, of course. State finals just a few years ago. And it's going to be very strange not to see Scott Spittler on the sideline this upcoming fall.
I've spoke with several Lucas people about that this year, and it'll be interesting to see who takes the helm and where the program goes from here after what he built here in Cub Country.
Quick jumper comes off the rim to Color, pushing it ahead. Porter gets it right back into his chest somehow. I'm not sure how Color kept that in bounds.
That's the second time that Collar's made a great play to keep a dribble alive or keep a ball in play. As Porter's going to hoist another one. He's 2 for 2 this evening. Gabe Porter knocks it down.
He's had multiple games where he's knocked down multiple trifectas. That is his role on the offensive end. Wild shot, hard off the square. Day pushing it forward now for the Cubs. And Porter, I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
Burr did a great closeout by Burr. Forced him to pick it up.
Still looking over to Coach Eisman, getting some orders. Looks like they're going to try to get an on-ball screen as Porter draws a crowd, poked away. Down on the floor, loose ball goes to the Big Red.
Ends up in the hands of Burr. Great job by Bushy to force that turnover.
Bishop, slick crossover. And now off the attack, the English. Pretty stuff.
Great finish by Bishop. He's shown that he can get to the lane tonight. He's not got a couple of those layups to fall. It's a 12-point game, and it's a back-and-forth half so far.
Still no Logan Toms sighting in the third quarter.
He's at the scorer's table.
Heck of a sixth man to have. Hasn't done that since his freshman year. Backdoor cut, no pass. Here's Day into traffic, sets up Color.
How about the feed from Keaton Day?
I really like Keaton as he comes away with the steal here. He's developed nicely in his senior campaign. Got almost no minutes last year as we're going to get an offensive foul. Dill whirling into the lane.
Great spin move by Deal. Out of control, though. If you're Coach Eisman, you love to see him attack, but you maybe want to see him see the floor, see that he had a wide-open Gabe Porter on the wing. He had a wide-open Aiden Collar in the corner. see the floor a little better, maybe get that assist versus attacking and getting that offensive foul.
Closing 3 minutes here of quarter number 3. Toms now into the mix. And for the Big Red, really pivotal last few minutes here before we get to money time. Another strong move by Bishop. Clogged in the lane, though. And they'll reset now with Dill. Cubs got him 5 wide. Now they'll bring color down on the block, looking to get him a one-on-one. Got a wide open Cade Porter, but he turned point blank range. Jump ball's the call.
Collar got triple teamed, got beat up a little bit down there in the post. Lost control. Ends up in a jump ball. It's going to stay with Lucas, so no turnover. But an interesting situation there.
Set it up for Aiden from the corner.
Something I got to see them run a lot Tuesday night is get it into the wing. Toms will come down, set a little flare screen almost for Collar to float into that corner, catch, shoot. He's money from that spot.
Color's got a dozen. As Jackson with the flick back in bounds, showcasing some of the athleticism.
Jackson, great hustle, saves the ball. Lucas trying to push. They want to expand this lead a little bit more here in the third quarter.
And it's a bit of the danger zone time now for the Big Red, they've been within striking distance for most of the contest. Nice contest by Burr, but we'll get a foul, I think, on the floor here. It's going to be the third team foul against the Big Red.
That's a great defensive. The first play is a great defensive play by Burr. And then they got the offensive rebound. Something we said Plymouth had to win was the rebounding game, and they're not winning it. They're going to look to get Collar in the corner again. Great catch.
Off the attack, here's Porter in a little bit of trouble. Pitches out Color. I mean, none of these are going in the stat sheet, but he's got 3 incredible saves tonight.
And it's Lucas Cubs basketball. Hustle, don't quit, as he almost makes another one-handed save there. They don't give up. They don't quit. They're going to hustle for 32 minutes.
Looks like Dill's a little bit frustrated at the offensive end. He's had a couple of nice attacks, but then the help side defense has made it tough when he's got into the paint.
Yeah, Dill's done a great job tonight of attacking the post. He's attacking the paint, getting where he wants to get. Plymouth's just done a great job of helping out when he beats him off the dribble, not allowing him a wide open bucket.
Oh, nice move to get by Toms again with that English. Won't drop this time for Gavin Bishop, but a steal by his twin bro. Tipped up, and Burr can't knock it in.
Jackson skies for that board.
Final seconds here of the third quarter. Color knocked one down from that same spot a couple minutes ago. Deja vu.
He's got 15 now, and he is finding his rhythm.
He, along with Porter, certainly allow Lucas an opportunity to spread the floor. 2 dangerous three-point shooters. Bishop,
great shot by Calvin Bishop.
But this is Tom's time. Down to 6 seconds, he checks the clock. Actually going to set up Color. It'll be his third 3 of the frame.
What do? You've got to prevent Toms from attacking, and Collar knocks down a triple. His 3rd consecutive shot.
So they close out the frame in style. Aiden Color sending us to money time. Largest lead of the night for the Cubs.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Money time has arrived here inside of the Cub Cave. Senior night for Lucas, and enjoying now a 44-23 lead, courtesy of basically like a 9-point run there by Aiden Keller, knocking down a 3-pack of triples in the final couple minutes there of the third.
Yeah, 9-0 self-inflicted Aiden Keller run there in the third quarter on 3 straight triples, 2 from that corner, and then the one as time expired. Can't ask for much more for Coach Eisman.
Big Red got a lot of work to do to try to make things interesting. They're going to have to be virtually flawless on the offensive end, and particularly early here in the fourth quarter, try to put some pressure on the Cubs as Burr answers the bell right there. Sick play in between a couple defenders.
Burr did a great job getting to his spot, and that's the 4th time that we've seen him finish inside this evening.
All of his points have kind of come in spectacular fashion as they'll poke that away from Lucas. And we saw this at the beginning of the third. They start off quarters pretty hot. Matter of fact, I think they've been the first to score in every quarter so far tonight.
They have been. Scored first in every quarter, just can't stop Lucas, as that's a great pass. And then Grover gets the steal.
Bobby Grover, coast to coast. Can't step around the defender. Plenty of contact. No whistle came as Hall set his feet. And pitched out of bounds. Coach Eisman throwing up his hands like that's got to be something. I don't know that can be a non-call. There was too big a collision.
You had 3 bodies on the floor. You got to call something in that situation.
And it looks like 2 of them are kind of shaking up Bobby Grover for sure. He's like, man, was that worth it?
Great attack by Grover. Winners in the corner.
Toms, wow, thought they were going to have an easy one with Dill going backside, but Garrett Bishop read it. Now
Their quarters have started great. Defensively, offensively, they started every quarter well, and then Lucas finds that niche. Knock down a 3, get a layup, and it just expands from there.
That's what great teams do. Tend to deliver some counter strikes anytime you give them a blow. As Bishop has to pick up his bounce. Cubs really locking down on the perimeter. Step through for Burris. Challenging contested shot. Bodies hit the deck, and this one's going to go against Winters. Never mind.
Going to call it on Burr.
Yeah, I thought they were.
I thought you was correct with the winner's call.
And then he said number 5, and I was like, well, Grayson Jackson's not on the floor, so he can't be on the Cubs. So Burr, and actually he's got a bloody elbow. He's going to have to check out. And that's what he's shown to the referee. He's like, hey, man, I got hurt. You sure that was on me? So the Cubs medical staff going to come over and assist. As Jarrett's going to have to take a seat for a little while until they can get that thing cleaned up.
They want to trap. They're going to go half-court trap here.
They got to do something to start pressing the issue. And that'll help. Nice leave there for Bushy. Open 3 from the corner. Big time shot right there from Colton Sundstrom.
A rainbow high arcing lefty 3-ball from the corner.
Miscommunication that time as Grover just threw it right into the hands of Bishop. Lays it off for his brother. Plymouth got it back down to 14.
Making a run. How's Lucas going to counterpunch?
7-0 run by the Big Red to open up the fourth quarter.
They're going to look to trap.
This is a good outlet valve for you. Toms to the corner. Color.
Left.
Not even close with that one. And a long rebound to Sundstrom.
Kind of seen that one float left right off of his hand as soon as he let go of it.
Bishop bullies his way inside. And over the head, almost. An athletic play by Gavin Bishop, but a foot over the half-court line.
Looked like he kind of got his hands on it before he crossed, but they called the over and back. The turnover. Lucas hasn't been able to capitalize here in the third quarter, though.
Cubs haven't had to score here in the fourth. Of course, they would love to get something on the board. As Day tries to force that one into Color on the block. Second team foul assessed to the Big Red.
A full timeout by the Big Red, as that's the fourth on Gross.
We'll go back into the comment section and say to Brandy Witzel, hello, cheered on the Lucas Cubs, as is Billy Caudill. Matt Smith, too. And over on YouTube, nothing going on in the live chat. Wow, usually people can get pretty reckless out there.
YouTube's normally where the interesting conversations happen.
For sure. So people kind of taking it easy here tonight. Saturday evening at the Cub Cave. And a lot of action on the OH report this week and every week, of course. But we're about to be getting into the tournament, and at the next timeout or dead ball, we'll show you what that looks like for both of these teams, as we're about a week away, basically. Week and a half away from the boys' tournament action. The girls getting underway next week. Seems like the basketball regular season, it takes a while, but once you get in the tournament, boy, it starts to fly by.
It feels like it takes a while, but then it feels like it's one of the faster seasons.
Hard to believe that spring sport's right around the corner. I know you're starting to gear up for it, and got an intern, Jack Ritchie, with me the last couple of days as baseball tryouts at his school coming up on Monday. Wild. Snow-packed streets and spring ball coming up.
I mean, I was talking to some people about it the other day. We go from 60 middle of last week to 20 and 8 inches of snow in 48 hours.
Yeah, you just can't plan for this stuff. Mother Nature's an interesting lady. Very hormonal, can't decide what she wants to do. But, you know, I know that the groundhog was trying to tell us the spring's coming early, and it likely seems like that's going to be the case, but it didn't seem like Old Man Winter was ready to go to bed just yet.
We always have that one bad snowfall every year right before spring. And we're having it right now. As I drove through downtown Mansfield coming in, there was a good amount of snow still falling.
Oh, man, I was down in Columbus last night for a basketball game, and when we came out, there was a good, no exaggeration, 4 to 5 inches buried my truck as Burr reads that one. Going in and a half dunk.
We'll give him a half of one. He got up there.
Still some good athleticism. Puts him in double figures. First play for the Big Red. Tom's looking to join him and ripped right away. Wow. Lane Bushy with some active hands right there. And don't blink, just a 12-point game.
Travel.
And a tough break there. Let's go back to that last Lane Bushy half dunk.
He got up there. He did get up there. Next year, as a junior, he'll be throwing that down with ease.
Color draws a double, lays off. Here's Tom spinning in the lane. Can't get it to fall. Second look, and one. Count it.
He comes up a little hobbled on that ankle. He soared for the offensive rebound. Went back up strong and finished.
Foul's going to go on Tyrell Boyd.
Hustle and determination. Their first 2 points since the end of the third quarter.
Toms now with 11. Make it a dozen. Adding to his career scoring mark. And nobody really waiting in the wings to come up and snatch that record from him anytime soon.
Not at all.
So it'll be interesting to see who the next 1,000-point Lucas scorer will end up being. As that one dribbled right into the hands of Day.
Dio's got it.
And a good play by Bushy as Gavin Bishop was slow to get up, and it was going to be a 5-on-4 for Lucas. Everyone on the floor for the Cubs in the scoring column, especially this guy. Color now with 21.
Tuesday night I was here, he had 30. So 51 in 2 of their last 3. I'm not sure what he put up last night.
I did not see either, but likely a decent amount. I mean, someone's got to score when you put up 80+. And Color, early on in the season, he was about 13 points a game. Since the second half and really after the first third of the season, he's become the leading scorer of this offense. It's been cool to see.
It's been a lot of fun to watch, and it's been something that we're curious to see what would happen with Lucas this year. We knew they had Logan Toms, who was going to be that 1-2 punch to him, and it's been Collar.
Boyd spins, puts up the left. As there's a hard collision, and oh no, Color is down. And with just a $121 and an 18-point lead, Coach Eisman obviously probably sick to his stomach.
I mean, and that's one of those plays where he got thrown to the ground, and they have let him play tonight. As we're barely into double digits into fouls for the entire contest.
Sure.
But this is where you're almost letting him play a little too much.
A frustrating Color is going to make his way over to the sideline.
Jackson will replace him. So that's that senior leadership. A senior goes down, he's your leading scorer, but you've got another one that's going to step in and take a spot. There aren't very many teams that go 6 deep as seniors and 7 or 8 deep off their bench.
Well, and particularly at the Division IV level. So I think that obviously bodes quite well for Lucas when they get into tournament. A few of these seniors didn't get a lot of playing time last year. However, they've been around the program that's done nothing but win when they've been in the postseason.
Is they're going to call an offensive foul on Winners.
Be the first team foul against Lucas, though, in this fourth quarter.
Coach Eisman not very happy about that one.
But with just 1:19 remaining, Lucas looking like they're going to collect another win to their season total, put them at 17-4 on the year. And just one more in the regular campaign. They do get a full week off to get healthy before they're back at it again.
As they're going to stay up, they're going to pressure the ball in every aspect of the rest of this game.
Wow, things have really gotten physical here for the last 30 seconds?
They're going to call that foul on Winters.
Oh. Yeah, Ice tends to disagree here. And we'll get a technical foul here on Taylor Eisman. Let's show this thing again.
Yeah, I want to see the replay.
Let me bring it back so we can see the whole thing.
I mean, that's a clean, just the Plymouth, they said Winters held him first. Winters does not have his arm wrapped around the kid at all. and gets chucked.
Yeah, Coach Eisman's got a real solid case here. If this were the NBA and you could go check out the replay, they would change the call.
Absolutely. That's one that normally I won't critique an official sitting where we sit, because I will say their job's a lot harder than ours is.
No doubt.
But that's one where I say they got that one wrong.
So it allows Plymouth to pull within 16. As Burr sends it ahead here for Stansfield. But he gets his pocket pick. Jackson from the backside.
They're going to look to trap again. Dio does a great job of handling the pressure.
Reach-in foul is going to put Grayson Jackson on the free throw line. Number 5 on the Big Red. Jackson 2 points so far. And
as you hear the Cub student section.
That's right, buddy. One of the best chants, maybe the best chant that you can have.
Jackson misses the first. So this is really the first basketball game that we've done together this year. I haven't got a chance to pick your brain.
It's been a while.
What's your feeling on the free throw rule now with the OHSAA?
I'm coming around on it. I do miss the 1-and-1. I'm big fan of college basketball. I watched a couple of games earlier. I'm a Carolina fan. And I feel like there's just so much pressure that's packed into that situation that I miss having that at the end of games. But I don't mind the new era and the resetting every quarter NBA style. It's okay.
I'm okay with it. At this level, to me, you're taking away the importance of free throws. I've watched it. I covered Upper Sandusky Cary this year. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal basketball game. And I will say that I truly believe that the no 1-and-1 cost Upper Sandusky that game. Cary shot horrendously down the stretch from the free throw line, but they split almost every pair that would have been a 1-and-1 that could have allowed things to kind of pan out differently. So I'm on the fence about it. I like that it sped up the pace of play, but there's no reason to make free throws now. You're guaranteed 2 no matter what. That's going to be on Winters again. That's his third of the fourth quarter.
And Winters still scoreless as well. He's just, at this point, Lucas is like, man, we would love just for these last 51 seconds to run away. Because if it's going to be a loose ball foul on Winters, it obviously, I was going to say, it cannot still be Jarrett Burr at the free throw line. So Drake Stansfield, the player who got bumped by Zach, replaces him. He'll get 2. And it's been a pretty bizarre final minute and a half here.
I tell you what, it's been a bizarre final minute and a half, but it's been a very sloppy fourth quarter if you're the Lucas Cubs. 7 points.
Yeah, hasn't been great. Are we going to get another foul? Oh, goodness.
They're going to call it on Boyd for Plymouth. We got 51 seconds left still. We just had 2 points scored on the other end. No time running off the clock. And we're going to have a chance to put 2 more points on this end. Don't know what to make of this one.
Jackson split the pair last time he was at the free throw line. See if he can do the same here after missing the first. He cannot this go around.
Still looking at pressure.
That's just the Lucas way. That's all they know how to do on the defensive side of things, as they get a clean look inside to the freshman and the nice left-handed put away by Tyrell Boyd.
Tell you what, he's a young freshman that's going to develop, if he continues to develop, into a very talented basketball player for this Big Red Club. And they're young, a lot of youth. Bird's a sophomore, Boyd's a freshman. They're going to be, as Day's going to come away with a steal.
And Dill all the way to the hole. Closing seconds here. The freshman will get one last bucket, but that will do it here on senior night from the Cub Cave. Lucas gets it done as they improve to 17-4 on the season. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. We will have our most valuable players. Plus, we'll wrap things up with stats analysis and get you all set up for tournament action, show you where both of these teams are headed when the playoffs start. It's live and free high school hoops on the OH Report.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
We return now with your Mechanics Bank MVPs. We've got all 6 of the Lucas seniors hanging out with us now, so we'll go down the line. We'll hear from all of you. Let's begin with Aiden Culler, the leading scorer in the game and the leading scorer on the team now. Tell me about your offensive outbursts lately and just kind of what's gotten into you on that side of the ball.
I just felt good shooting the ball tonight, and my teammates were creating open looks for me, and that's really just how it went. And without them, none of it would be possible, and I wouldn't be scoring. So credit to them.
Yeah, but you've definitely you've risen to the challenge on that side of things. I think you're about 18 points per game, over 20 again here tonight. So shooting from long range, getting into a groove. How do you feel like that's come to you over the course of the season?
Yeah, I'm definitely shooting a lot better from deep than I used to be. Like, I never really made threes. I think it's just the confidence, and I'm one of the older guys now, so I knew I had to step that up this year.
All right, thank you, Aiden. We'll move on to Zach Deal now. Got a lot of minutes here tonight, so getting inserted back into the lineup and playing a bunch had to have felt nice.
Oh, yeah, it definitely felt nice to be back. I mean, I said he's trying to get me in slower, make sure I don't risk more injury, So it's definitely tough. It was tough just not being able to be out there as long as I normally can. But, the last couple of games I've been fully back, and it definitely felt really nice to be out there with my team.
6 straight games for you guys at home. You finished that stretch at 5-1 here, just playing in the friendly confines. I mean, no better place in the area, right?
Oh, yeah, the atmosphere is crazy. The student section's been showing up and showing out all, every game. And, it's just unique, growing up watching games here when we were little and then finally getting to play, and time's running out, so we just got to enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, it's great to see you back in the lineup and hopefully continue good health for you.
Thank you.
All right, moving down the line here for Grayson Jackson. Just tell me about senior night and getting honored, of course, one at a time here, and just what it was like through your vantage point.
It's a great atmosphere. It's just like when all the fans are here, you get all hyped up and crazy. It's just nice to play here with all that energy going on.
There's not a lot of small schools at the Division IV level that can boast 6 seniors into the lineup. So you in this group, what has this meant to you to be a part of this collection of talent?
It's great being a part of this because we all have one thing and we're all tight together always. And it's like even if we're like on each other, we can always be on each other no matter what, but we always come back to each other.
Well, congratulations on a big senior night performance here. Move on to Keaton Day. And I think it's been pretty cool during your senior season, just watching you progressively get better from the start of the season till now. Tell me about that progress for you and what it's been like this last year.
Yeah, my progress has really been my teammates that have pushed me. They've supported me through the way. We have great fans. They also support me. They just give me so many compliments, and that just fills me.
Senior Day is always something that you lead up to throughout the year. So how would you say that this went compared to what you thought it was going to be like?
Oh, this was better. This was great. We had so many fans here. That's a lot that I've seen on a senior night. There's 6 of us, and we're all really close, so it makes it even better. And really, this night was great.
Especially getting a win makes it all the better. All right. Mr. Gabe Porter, obviously you've become like a sniper from long range for this team, so developing that role on this team, how fun has that been throughout the course of the season?
I mean, it's been pretty cool because I've been saying I was a sharpshooter since freshman year. I really wasn't playing on JV, but it's cool.
And then here on senior night, all the fans here in the stands, obviously probably a ton of family for you. Just what was this like emotionally throughout the course of the day?
I mean, it's fun. I didn't really think about it until we really walked out here, and it's my first year of varsity basketball, and I don't know, it's just cool. It's good environment here.
Indeed, always love coming to the Cub Cave. Good hearing from you. And then Logan Toms, obviously a big night for you last night, so let's start there and just becoming the career scoring leader. You knew eventually it was probably going to happen, but to finally overcome Logan Nicewander, just tell me about the moment.
Yeah, it's a sigh of relief to, get that done, but just all credit to my teammates and my coaches throughout my career. Records, it's a team sport at the end of the day, and I'm just grateful to, play for Lucas and be a part of just a great community.
And as a kid with over 1,300 career points, you would like to come off the bench, the 6th man here tonight. So just talk about, this group of guys and, what they have meant to you, and then also just being a team player.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all practicing the same amount of time. We're all giving the same amount of effort, and that's the least I could do for these guys. They come off the bench all year. The least I can do is come off the bench for one game. So it's just awesome to be a part of a close group like this, and hopefully we can extend it and have a good run in the tournament.
All right, like we always do to close things out, I'm going to go ahead and hand you the microphone and then pass it on down. Shout-out time.
I'm going to go a shout-out to my mom. I missed her birthday last time. I had a shout-out, so happy late birthday, Mom.
Shout out to my parents, all of these guys, and the rest of our team.
Yeah, shout out to my family, my aunt and everyone was here tonight, and shout out to my team for their support.
Shout out to my family and my teammates for tonight's support.
Shout out to my mom and dad and my grandpa, Rick Ransom.
I'd like to shout out my family and my teammates.
All right, and a shout-out to all these guys. Big performance here on senior night, getting a win as they move into next week, and then the playoffs. Looking forward to watching the Cubs. These are your Mechanics Bank MVPs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lucas as the Cubs host the Plymouth Big Red. Before we tip off tonight's varsity action, the athletic department is pleased to recognize 11 Cubs. We honor them and their parents for the contributions each have made to.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We welcome you back for the Scout Construction LLC post-game coverage. Brian Skowronski alongside Joshua Banks. And it wasn't quite the performance that I think the seniors were hoping for on their big night here inside of the Cub Cave. But Lucas coming away with a 53-41 victory, and they've played really well at home all season, getting to 10-1 as they wrap up their final game here inside of the Cub Cave, at least during the regular campaign.
Yeah, this team is very difficult to beat. You heard all the seniors mention it. The atmosphere that they get to play in every time they play inside the Cub Cave is special. This Lucas community supports these kids through and through, and they have a potential to play 2 more games here, including a sectional championship. That's going to be a tough out for anybody that has to come in this gym, and it's going to be exciting to watch and continue to see these young guys that they have on this roster, but to see these seniors finish out what's hopefully a deep tournament run.
Let's show you what the playoff picture looks like for both of these teams competing in the Division IV Willard District. You see the Plymouth Big Red, the number 7 seed. They will get to open up at home against Buckeye Central, a team that's been struggling so far this season, for the right to move on and take on the top seed in the Colonel Crawford Eagles, who we know what they've been able to do, the pedigree when they're in tournaments. So for the Big Red, step one, of course, is take care of business at home, but that's a very winnable game for them out of the break.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of watching Buckeye Central last night. They are struggling. They're a very, very young team. They only have 2 seniors on their roster, a lot of sophomores, a lot of youth, so a lot of up-and-coming talent for them, but that's why they've struggled this year, so it's definitely a winnable game. Plymouth was in this game tonight. They hold Lucas to 9 points in the 4th quarter. Lucas plays one of the worst quarters of basketball I think we've seen them play all year. Plymouth makes a little bit of a run. Lucas takes the punch. They counter punch. They end up winning the game. But if you're Coach Eisman and the Cubs, you can't have 4th quarters like that here come tournament time, or it's going to cost you a game.
And you look at Lucas, they are the number 3 seed down at the bottom of the bracket, and they'll begin with Crestline, a team that they destroyed here inside of the Cub Cave last night. So, yeah, obviously you like their opportunity to get through that one, and then they'll take on potentially the winner of Sandusky, St. Mary's, and Monroeville. So Lucas, very much a heavy favorite to get into the district semifinals.
Where we expect them to see Seneca East, who knocked off Colonel Crawford twice this year, a team that beat Lucas this year already. Tell you what, you look at this bracket, you see a potential for Colonel Crawford to play Norwalk St. Paul, who knocked off Crestview earlier last week. Lucas to play Seneca East, that being your district semis. We could have a lot of fun here in about a month with these 4 teams that could be left in this district.
Yeah, what a big upset just this last week by the Flyers, knocking off Crestview, who was undefeated, and I really like the potential of Mansfield Christian as well at the number 5. So that D4 Willard District, it's going to be a lot of fun, whichever 4 teams are able to get there. Josh, final words here from the Cub Cave on what we saw here tonight before we wrap things up.
A great showing by the Lucas community, a great showing by the Plymouth community. They had quite a few fans that came over here to Lucas to watch them play. The seniors ended the way they wanted to, take care of business, and I'm excited to see it the rest of the way through with these guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I want to see how Plymouth fares at home to open up the tournament. I like them probably to get a nice win in that game, and then for Lucas, sky is the limit for them if they head in healthy, which it seems like if Toms can get that ankle feeling right, that's going to be the case for them when they get into the tournament, and a lot of potential with that man right there, Aiden Culler, who's getting some pictures with some fans really starting to come on. But that is going to wrap up our coverage here inside of the Cub Cave this evening. A huge shout out to all of our generous sponsors who allow us to bring you live and free high school basketball, including Ohio Valley Manufacturing, Mechanics Bank, Scout Construction LLC, Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, Home and Kitchen Supply, and SPHERION Mid-Ohio. For my awesome staff here tonight, Jory Hollenbeck, our top cam, and Joshua Banks, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for tonight. We'll see you back at it after a long weekend. Enjoy your President's Day. We'll have some live streams for y'all again on Tuesday. Peace out for now.